Okay, segment number 4. Excuse me. We will turn the bell off. And we'll go ahead and let 41 pull out here. And sometimes it's cool when you don't have, like on a small layout as mine, when you don't have tunnels or you don't have when you don't have things that where your engines can go behind something or whatever and give you the illusion of a real layout. You can, with having a double track main like mine, I can set my SD40-2, my 5073 over there, and have it sitting there like it's waiting on orders to move. And even though I don't have, like I said, tunnels or bridges or mountains or whatever and that, the illusion of a small layout's just as cool or whatever and that if you've got like these string of auto racks. And then I've also got my Santa Fe cabooses and then my Gerald Grindstein on the end of the consist. You can get that illusion or whatever and that it's even off of a small layout. And for me, I like running stuff slow. I'm running Papa Bush's engine, 4141. I'm doing this because Papa Bush says, "Hey, I'm watching you, dude. Don't run my engine hard." So, Papa Bush is looking over me, and but anyway, what I'm was at the end of segment 3, I was going to tell you guys, let you guys see all my cars here and see as they go by. Nice little run by here. What I was going to say is I had the 1943 Spirit. And before I got the sound version, I went to Pfeiffer Hobby, and if Uncle Mike, I always call him Uncle Mike, if Uncle Mike ever watches one of my videos, I hope he does. I'm hoping he tunes in and watches me because I think a lot of him and Miss Robin. And anyway, I got a 1941 Spirit. And it didn't have, it was just DC. And I thought, this engine is such a popular engine, it's got such neatness to it. I'm gonna get me 2 of them. You always like to get more than one or whatever, and that for one thing, parts, and one thing if something happens to a the shell that fits over the frame, the engine shell, you can I'll let the 41 idle up a little bit. I was wanting to make sure that she was going into at speed step 8 she was going a certain speed, and then I let her speed up again. But we're just going to let her run kind of at a slow deal. I just don't like running my stuff real fast. But anyway, to get back where I was at, I got the DC Spirit. Matter of fact, here's my other engines that I've got. I keep them in my boxes here. and I think 4141 will be okay. Here's some of my other engines and my spirits in here. There's my 1943 Spirit, along with my Santa Fe 5253 and 5250, which all have lock sound. If you can see my finger, this one's got lock sound, that's got lock sound. Let's see. This is DC, this is DC, that's DC. My 4933 is DC, and that's DC. That's one of my first engines I got was that Santa Fe 722. But I had a DCC version of the Spirit, and I got it from Spring Creek Model. And I'm not down in Spring Creek Model or anything like that, but and I guess this can happen to anybody. It wasn't their fault. I mean, it wasn't their fault at all. This engine here has got DCC. This has got DCC. This one is my Gevo, and it's DCC but non-sound. And these two are DCC. I mean DC. I'm sorry, DC. And this engine right here is DC as well. Okay. I'm not faulting them. I pretty much have gotten some pretty good stuff from the different places that I get from, and this Bush 4141 I got from Spring Creek. And what was different on that 1943 engine was when you would run it like I'm running it here now, like on speed steps, 120, like if it's 128 speed steps, you go to speed step 8, and then you go up to like 15 or 16. Each time that you hit that notch, your engine's going to idle up. Okay, if you press F9, if the engine is idling and you want to idle up, you can idle the engine up, and that's where you have your engine, your engine notch up, just like if you got your parking brake and you want to idle it up. Well, on this 1943 Spirit, when I'd go and press F9, the engine accelerator would just climb up real high. And at first, I didn't know what was going on. And so I told them there at Spring Creek, and they said, well, get a hold of Lock Sound, or get a hold of them there at Cotto. At first I called Cotto. They didn't really know what was going on. So I called Lock Sound, and I talked to Alec at Lock Sound, and I told him exactly what was happening. And Alec told me, he said, what's happened? He said the one that done the programming, which would have been Cotto's DCC installer and programmer, it would be Kelly. And I'm not knocking at Kelly or anything like that. He's done a lot of neat, installs on a lot of neat engines. But on this particular engine that I had on this Spirit, it had just a generic install. So when the engine would, like I say, when you'd press F9, and I'm going to back this down here. And you can, and I'm going to go on to one more segment so you can, and I hope I'm not drawing this out, but I just kind of wanted to show you this and kind of tell you about, this with the, that install. Okay, I'm going to go to one more segment, and I'll finish on that install.